Hello everyone, in this video we are just going to print different shapes in OLED display with the help of MicroPython on Raspberry Pi Pico W. Let's get started. So the schematic diagram which we discussed in the previous video is going to be applicable for this particular video also. I hope you just watched the previous video where just interfaced OLED display with Raspberry Pi Pico for printing text onto the OLED display. So we are just going to use the same schematic that you can see on the screen right now for printing the shapes or for interfacing the same OLED display SSD1306 with Raspberry Pi Pico W. So I'm not going to waste time in that. Let's jump directly into the MicroPython part. Now you can see this is the same program that we wrote in the previous video. We're just going to alter the same program for printing different shapes onto the OLED display. Now we are just going to run this particular program and see the output in the hardware. You can see this is the output which prints SM Academy onto the OLED display in the position of X value 8 and Y value 10. So this is the output of this particular program. Let's explore how you can access and print different shapes as per your wish onto this particular OLED display. So the main advantage of using this OLED display is you can access each and every pixel of the OLED display. So that can be done with the instance pixel. This receives three different parameters. One is the X value, Y value, and next is the inversion factor, which you want to define it as turned on or turned off. So now let's take 0, 0, X as 0, Y as 0, that is the first pixel of OLED display to be lighted up. Now when I write like this, this will light up the OLED display first pixel available at X axis 0 and Y axis 0. Now when I try to run this, you can see only the first pixel of OLED display is lighted up. This is how you can access each and every pixel of OLED display for printing whatever you want onto this particular OLED display. So that's it. So following on to this, we are just going to print a square of 10 pixels x-axis and 10 pixels y-axis in this particular program or in this particular video. Now for this, I'm just going to introduce you to two different instances. One is the OLED.h line, which will help us to draw horizontal line, and another one is V line, which will help you to draw vertical line. And here you can see this H line receives four different parameters. One is x-axis, second one is y-axis, and the amount of pixels that you want the horizontal line to take up. Here I will just give it as 10 because I just want to draw a square of 10 cross 10 pixels. So horizontally I am just going to light up 10 pixels with the inversion factor to be 1, which means I just want to light up all the 10 pixels horizontally. Now when I run this particular program, you can see the horizontal line is drawn, and following that, if I want the square to be completed, I just want to start off with the vertical line at 10, 0, 10, 0, 10, 1. Now when I run this particular program, you can see two parts of the square is complete for 10 cross 10 pixel square, and following that you can complete the rest of the two parts using the H line and V line instances. So again H line from 0, 10, I just want to light up 10 horizontal pixels with 1, and again V line. Now this time I just want to draw line from 10, 0 for 10 vertical pixels. Sorry, here it is 0, 0. Now when I try to run this, you can see this square is complete. So this is how you can draw whatever shapes you want onto the OLED display by accessing the OLED display in pixel level in MicroPython in Tony ID using Raspberry Pi Pico W. And I hope you learned something new in this particular video. See you in the next video. Thanks for watching.